Okay, welcome everyone. We're going to begin seated. So go ahead and take a comfortable seat, whatever is comfortable for you. So even just a regular cross-legged seat is absolutely fine, nothing fancy. Sit up on some height to give a little lift to your spine. And once you're settled on your prop, go ahead and close your eyes and rest your hands, palms facing down on your legs. Just take a minute to get settled. Make any movements that your body just naturally wants to make, just to let yourself arrive fully on your mat, in the space that you're in, and in your body. Bringing your awareness to your breathing. And not changing the breath in any way to start, just watching the natural ebb and flow of your breath. Bringing more awareness to your energy, more awareness to your body, and awareness to your thoughts, but from a distance, like a detached observer. Tuning into that perspective of being the silent witness. Okay, so let's do a little bit of breath work to start to slow the breath down and practice breathing through the nose. So we'll start by inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 5. And we'll gradually increase the duration of the inhale and the exhale, and I'll let you know before we do that. So begin by sitting up nice and tall through the spine, lifting the heart, rolling the shoulders back and down. And we'll inhale for 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale for 5. 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhaling for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And keep going on your own. If you like the 6 to 7 ratio, stick with that for a few more cycles. If it's too much, just take it down a notch. If it's not enough, extend as much as you like. Always making the exhale a little bit longer than the inhale. Settling into your body, feeling the body soften, softening the heart, letting your belly be soft, legs relaxed, without losing the lift through the spine. Take one more cycle of breath. And when you get to the bottom of your next exhale, breathe in through the nose, breathe out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. One more on your own. Blink the eyes open. And we'll come into our first shape. And so the next two shapes are actually meant to expand our capacity to breathe. So get your bolster and place it like so on your mat. Find a block, and I would start on the medium height. So this is for your head, and the bolster is for your upper back. Know that you can always move the block to the highest height, or you can always move it to the lowest height, or even take it out altogether, just depending on your back mobility and how your neck feels. So aiming, I would say, your bra strap to the middle of your bolster. And let the shoulders, so the shoulders drape down. They don't touch the floor, but they are draping down the second edge of the bolster. And just notice how that feels. And maybe you want to, oh, yes, we're on the medium height under the head. See how that feels, and maybe see how it feels to straighten the legs. And the legs can be relaxed. If that's hard on your low back, just bend the knees to release the low back. And so we'll be here for a few minutes. Closing the eyes. Letting the upper back descend down into your bolster. Relax your face. Relax the heart space, feeling it soften and open. And if you're after more back bend, you can always reduce the height of your block or bring the back of your skull to the floor. Just being mindful of how that feels in your neck and in your back. Maybe coming back to your extended breathing. So breathing in for 4, breathing out for 5. So the breath being a wonderful way to help you stay connected to the present moment, to stay connected to peace, to your center, to yourself and spirit. And to a sense of timelessness, to eternity. Really absorbing and appreciating everything that the present moment gives us. Feeling a sense of surrender, of letting go, of opening up, and acceptance. Accepting what is, whatever it is. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Slowly begin to bend your knees, placing the feet on the floor. Let's use our hands at the back of the head and lift the weight of the head up, and then make your way back up to seated. And so we open the front chest. Now we're going to open the side rib cage, side chest. So keeping the bolster where it is, let's move the block to its lowest height. And if you've got a wooden block, even if you've got a foam block, I would pad it with a blanket so it's a little softer for your head. So head is landing here. Your arm is going to land between the block and the bolster. So we're aiming the lowest rib to the first edge of your bolster. Draping the rib cage over the bolster, resting the arm, the whole shoulder and arm on the floor. Adjust the pillow so that it's right underneath your head. Make any little adjustments you need to make so that you feel comfy here. And just keep the legs stacked and a little bit bent for the moment. And bring your palms on top of each other. Now on the inhale, float your left arm up. I'm on my right side. If you're on the other side, not to worry, just stay where you are. And exhale the arm back down. Inhale, floating the arm up, and the arm can come as far back as you like. Exhale it back down. Inhale up. Expanding the rib cage as you breathe, expanding the lungs, and then inhale up. And on the exhale, this time bring the arm alongside the head and let the fingertips just rest on the floor above your head. Extend the top leg long, and you'll start to feel a nice pull through the whole side body. So this is like banana pose, but supported and a little bit more passive. So if you don't have enough stretch through the side body, you can see what it's like to just take the top leg back in space, just send it back until you get more of a stretch. And then relax the body, let it sink and melt over your props. If this is hard on your shoulder, the arm can always just rest on the side body. That's okay. You won't get as much of a stretch, but make sure your body feels comfortable. Close your eyes and relax. And listen to the sound of your breath. Little smile on your lips. to relax the face. Expanding your capacity to breathe. Breathing in fully and breathing out fully. Breathing in and out through the nose, keeping your attention on the feeling of breath passing in and out through your nostrils. Let's take 3 more breaths. Release the top arm and bend the top leg. And disturbing the body as little as possible, we'll turn over to the other side. So pressing into the palm, turn towards your bolster, and we'll set up for the other side. Low rib comes to the first edge of the bolster, draping the rib cage, resting the arm between your block and the bolster. Head rests comfortably on your block and tucking it in so that your head is fully supported, stacking the knees, stacking the hands, and on the inhale, raising the right arm up, extending it all the way back as far as you like. Exhale it back down to meet the palm, gracefully floating the hand and arm up on the inhale. Exhale it back down. Nice big inhale and long exhale. Inhaling up. And then the next time you exhale, bringing the arm alongside the head, fingertips resting on the floor, straighten your top leg. Maybe send the right leg back in space, so the top leg back in space. And feel a little more stretch through the hip area, through your waist, your side ribs, your armpit area. Again, option to keep the arm alongside the body, making the pose a little more restorative, taking the stretch out. Feeling your body move with your breath, expanding and softening, rising and falling. Relax the face, relax your neck, letting your body rest heavy into the props and into your mat. Take one more conscious breath. And on the exhale, releasing the top arm down, pressing your hand into your bolster, bending that top leg, and slowly come on back up. And we can clear the mat. So just put your props over to one side. And let's come into extended child's pose. So you're welcome to bring the bolster between the legs and lay down or on the bolster, or you can leave it out. It's up to you. So knees are nice and wide, toes are together, keeping the hips glued to the heels if you can. If not, slide a rolled blanket behind your thighs, or even a bolster behind the thighs, walking the fingertips forward, feeling a length through the spine, and then bringing the forehead to the floor, or if the floor is too far away, sliding a blanket or a block underneath your forehead. So after you've done all your reaching through the fingertips, then you can just soften the hands, soften the arms, relax the shoulders, and feeling a nice stretch through your low back, through your hips, your groin, your shoulders, knees and ankles. So lots of flexion, lots of sensation to bring our awareness to. Inhaling to make space and exhaling to relax and let go. Maybe coming to your extended inhale and exhale. Maybe breathing normally, whatever works for you. Notice any tension creeping into the neck or the shoulders. Just soften these areas. A long, slow inhale and even longer, slow exhale. Slowing right down, slowing your breath right down to let all of your organs, your whole system, all of your systems, letting them relax and take a break. And we'll begin to come out of the pose. So start to walk your hands back in towards your body. And just have a seat on your heels for a moment. Close your eyes, take a few deep breaths in and out through your nose. So we'll come into Sphinx. And you can try a bolster if you like. So using a bolster moves the extension to more the mid back than the low back. So if you want to try a slightly different target area for Sphinx, come over your bolster. And so your forearms still rest on the floor, but your abdomen is resting on the bolster. So it actually is quite nice because then you don't have to use your arms as much to hold your body up. Again, it's nice passive back bend, passive Sphinx pose. All you have to do is focus on your breathing, focus on what you're feeling, and focus on stillness. So relaxing the toes and the feet, relaxing the legs and the glutes. Feel the pelvis nice and heavy. Feeling the compression in your spine. Really nice for if you've been sitting at a computer all day. We tend to slouch, even though we do our best not to. Sometimes we just forget and find ourselves sort of sitting the opposite way to this. So this is a nice way to reestablish that nice inward curve of your low back. And mid back. Relax the shoulders, relax the neck. If you want to introduce a little bit of movement, you can look over one shoulder and totally at your own pace, but the slower the better. Looking over the other shoulder, staying with your breathing in and out through the nose. Coming back to stillness whenever you like. Maybe tucking the chin in towards the chest to stretch the back of the neck. Know that you can just take it easy and do nothing with your head and neck. Okay, so we're going to come out of this pose. And I would say just begin to, as gracefully as you can, come onto your hands and knees. Move your bolster out to the side and make your way down back onto the belly. Stack the hands, rest the forehead on the hands, and relax. If it's more comfy to turn your head to one side, do that. Give your hips a little rock from side to side. Bringing a little movement back into sacrum and the low back. And we'll slowly press back into a brief counter pose in child's pose. So knees are together this time, toes together, and sweeping the fingertips back towards the feet, palms up, Forehead to the floor, chin tucked in slightly to the back of the neck long and open, letting the heads of the shoulders melt on either side of your thighs. Breathing in and out through the nose. Nice big inhales and exhales. Bring the hands under the heads of the shoulders. Press the floor away from you, tuck the chin in, and mindfully uncurl the spine. Come all the way up. Take a few breaths here, in and out through the nose. Okay, so we'll set up for half saddle. So you'll need your bolster, your blanket. So fold your blanket up and put it at the top of your bolster. Find a block. You may not need the block, but set it up to start just in case. Have a seat on your block and start with the left leg back, foot boxing around the hip or hugging around the hip. And if you take your block out, notice how that feels. If that's too much on the knee, or if you find that your pelvis is a little tilty, not square or flush with the floor, just use your block. And if you know that you can lay all the way down on your bolster, go ahead. If you want to just come to your hands or bring your forearms to the bolster, you just have to turn the bolster the opposite way. But you know this pose, and you know likely what your body likes. So as long as you feel a stretch through the left quad, you are in the pose. Easiest version of the pose is to have the right leg straight. Second option is to have the knee bent but flat on the floor. Third option, let the right knee wing out to the side. So maybe saving the third option, if you're going there, until a minute and a half has passed. Just waiting for your body to say, yes, I'm ready to move deeper. Softening your jaw, relaxing your face. Consciously softening the heart and the heart space. Long, slow breaths. Taking your time and witnessing every inhale, every exhale. Inhaling fully, exhaling fully. Use the full capacity of your lungs. Take one more breath. And then we'll slowly start to make our way back up to seated, moving really slowly and carefully, maybe even catching the outside edges of the mat to help pull yourself back up. And go ahead, release the left knee, give it a little pump, flex the left foot, give your ankle a little twist. Just maybe give your knee some love, give it a little rub, and we'll move to the other side. So right heel comes around right outer hip, and then just go ahead and come down as far as you like. It's okay if the right knee pops off the floor a little bit, as long as your knee feels safe. You know that you can always do this on your side. I forgot to mention it on the other side, but you can either lie on your belly, draw your heel to your hip, and catch your ankle with your hand, or you can lay on your side body. Same thing. Catch your ankle and draw your heel towards your outer hip. Relax wherever you can relax. If you're not using your arms to support yourself, let the arms be soft and relaxed. Maybe you feel some sensation at your lumbar spine, which is also good. That's another target area for this pose, depending on how far back you're leaning. Coming back to your full cycles of breath. Inhaling fully, exhaling fully, breathing in and out through your nose. Maybe noticing when your body relaxes and just opens up a little more. Staying conscious of this opening up process. As your body releases, it opens. And we'll slowly start to make our way back up. slow as you can. And releasing the right leg. Give your knee a gentle pump. Flex the right foot. Release the ankle. Give your knee a little rub. And hug your knees in towards your chest. And just give yourself a hug around the spine. Okay. So bring your folded blanket to the top of your mat, but not on your mat, just above it. Your bolster, just have it close by to the side. And actually, let's use the bolster instead of a block. So lay down on your right side. And maybe a blanket under your head is nice. So have your blanket there at the top of your mat. And let's bring the left leg on top of the bolster. The bottom leg is straight. And then come and lay down on your side. So this is just a different way of getting into our supine twist. So your right hand is reaching out to the side at shoulder height, palm is facing up. And then we're going to reach the left arm out over to the left. So let's be here for some time. And if this isn't enough of a twist for you, you're welcome to take the bolster out or use something a little lower if you like. Relax the body, relaxing from the tips of your toes all the way up your legs, relaxing the thighs, relax the glutes, the hips, your belly, your chest, shoulders, relaxing the arms, letting them rest heavy, letting your fingers curl in relaxation. Option to look towards the left fingertips if you like, if it feels good in your or feels safe for your neck. Relaxing your jaw, breathing in and out through the nose. Take one more breath. And at the bottom of your exhale, draw your navel to your spine. Use your right hand to guide your left leg slowly back to center. Recenter your hips, let the legs be long, and take a little rest here. Notice how you feel. Give yourself a long stretch, reaching the arms above the head. Point the toes, flex the feet, point and flex. Nice big stretch, and then hug the knees in towards you. And we'll set up for the other side. So move your bolster over to your left and move over onto your left side body. Your right leg comes over, so your knee and your ankle are supported by the bolster. Reaching the left arm out to the side, palm facing up. Bottom leg can be bent or straight. Reaching the right arm out to the side, coming into your twist. If the pillow under your head is comfy, leave it there. If it's not, just slide it out. Option to look towards the right fingertips to complete the twist. And settle in. So noticing if you're holding anywhere. Nice, deep, full inhales and exhales. Relax the feet. Relax the ankles, the legs, the knees, the hips. Let everything melt down towards your mat. Letting the earth absorb all that is no longer needed. Twisting out any toxins, twisting out, wringing out tension in the whole body, in your organs, your joints. Your muscles. A soft face. Feeling your body breathing. Three more breaths. Start to guide the right knee back. So using your left hand to support the leg as it comes back to center. Bring your hips back to center. Relax the legs down. And if this is where you want to land for Shavasana, then go straight in. But if your body's asking for anything else, maybe a little apanasana, so hugging the knees into the chest, just doing whatever your body needs. Maybe you need a blanket, so covering yourself up with a blanket. If you're feeling cool, maybe sliding a bolster under the backs of your legs. Using an eye pillow if you have one to block the light. Lift your upper back, slide the shoulder blades together and down the back body, feeling them resting flat on your mat. Make sure you're not touching any props around you. Let's take a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. You can let go of your deep breathing, just letting the breath relax and become shallow. Surrendering the weight of your body to the earth. Let your lips part. Release your tongue from the top palate. Relax your eyes. Feel the eyeballs falling to the back of your head. Feel the brain releasing to the back of the skull. And feel as though you have released your body to the earth, so that you are simply light, pure love, pure awareness. Feeling a sense of oneness with everything around you, as if there are no boundaries, just oneness. Dissolving back into the ocean, back to source. Slowly begin to deepen your breath. Coming back into your body, coming back into the room. Wiggling your fingers and your toes. Gently and slowly rocking your head from side to side. Rotating your wrists and your ankles one way and then the other. And stepping onto the bolster, pushing it away from you. Reach the arms above the head and give yourself a big stretch. Flexing the feet. Reaching the feet. Or reaching through the fingertips, wiggling your fingers, wiggling your toes. And exhaling it all to roll over onto one side. Hug your knees up and towards your chest. Take a couple of breaths. And when you're ready, you can slowly start to make your way up into a comfortable seated position. So finding your cushion or your folded blanket. And sitting in whatever way is comfortable. Lifting up through the spine, resting your hands on your legs. Feel a rootedness and a connectedness, groundedness through the low body, through your base, and a light, lifted, tall spine, reaching up through the crown of the head, a little tuck to the chin to keep the back of the neck long. And let's join the palms at our heart space. Let's take a deep breath in, a big breath out. And one more. Notice the space that you're in. Notice the internal space that you're in. Notice your energy. Just notice how you feel. And see how long you can keep this feeling with you as you go about the rest of your evening. Lift your heart, bow your head. Thanking ourselves and each other for sharing our practice. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.